guys tonight. A fun kit. Hello, Miss Eileen. How are you? See if I can get you guys comment on here. Yes, I can. It's good to see you all. Hope you're having a great start of your week. Hi, Miss Sandra. Good to see you too. As you can see, we've got the ring board out here for our kit tonight. This is going to be kit number 120. Hello, everybody from Wisconsin. How are you? This is going to be kit number 120, and there are some of these left. I don't know how many, y'all. This has been out for a little bit, but I've been saving this because the summer colors in the ribbon are beautiful. Hi, Miss Judy. So I was kind of saving this. Hi, Tommy. For a beautiful summer day, and it's a beautiful summer day here in Florida. So I thought this is going to be absolutely perfect. Absolutely perfect. So let me show you what you guys get in the kit. Of course, you're going to get your ring board. You are going to get a roll of this jute poly mesh. You're going to get the hello sign, which I just love. I love these script signs. Aren't they great? Hey, Barbara, how are you doing tonight? And Jackie Fernandez, been a while. So that's the hello. And you're going to get yourself some zip ties. You're going to get some pipe cleaners. These are a couple pink pipe cleaners and a couple of these cable mounts in here as well. Let me show you the luscious ribbon that we're going to be using, you guys. This is beautiful. So this is the hot pink. These are all 1.5 inches. This is a beautiful yellow with some wonderful sparkle in there. You see that sparkle? Isn't that great? And we have this wonderful daisy ribbon. And last but not least, I love these stripes. Howdy, howdy, Debbie. Love these. So these are the ribbons that you're going to get in your kit. All of this is all set for you guys to go. All you got to do is go in. If you want to use my affiliate link to purchase, that would be so wonderful. I get a small commission on that, and that always helps out. Go in, get kit number 120, and you can put this all together. Now, I'm going to be adding a couple extra things for us tonight. If you want to put together as it comes, Miss Laurie always does a wonderful tutorial on these kits, and she puts them together pretty much as they come. So if you don't want to add anything else, you just want to do the kit, you make sure you go into YouTube, look up kit number 120, and she'll show you exactly how to do it. All right, you guys, let's get on. I'm not going to be using the zip ties tonight. I'm going to be using pipe cleaners. Hi, Laurie, because I'm going to be adding lots of stuff. So I said, well, I'm just going to use some pipe cleaners, and that will probably work out really well for me. All right, so what I did is I had some of this jute mesh already cut of my own, so I didn't open the one that Laurie got me, but it's the exact same mesh. And what I did is I cut 8 pieces at 20 inches long, and this is what it's going to look like. 8 pieces at 20 inches long, just like this. And we're going to do something really, really simple. I know you've seen this done quite a few times, but I'm just going to, hey, Lynn, how are you? Hi, everybody. Good to see you. Thanks for joining me. I'm just going to take this and do ruffle. I'm not going to do a cruffle or anything. Hey, Kathy. I'm just going to ruffle this baby right up the middle, and we're going to put it on here. But we are going to be adding some extra stuff on top of this, all right? Not just the ribbon. So you all know what to do. You're going to start at the bottom. I always like the curl side down. Some people do it curl side up. I do it curl side down, whatever is easier for you. So just take the middle and ruffle that right up in your fingers. Now, the longer you cut your mesh, the little more difficult it is to ruffle because you're trying to fit all of that mesh in your hands, right, in your fingers. But you can do it. So just the longer you cut them, the more it is to ruffle them, and that's what it looks like. You're just going to do this, and we're going to tie it in here. Just place it right in here. And what I like to do, you guys, is make sure when I do these that my sides are kind of even. Like I don't want this side a whole lot longer than this side, and then I'd like to make sure these guys are kind of even. So that's what I'm going to do. All right, so you're going to need 8 of these. Oh, I had to show you before I put these on the board. Yep, I got ahead of myself. So 1, 1.5, 2. I put them all on the 1 and the 1.5. Every other 1 to 1.5, skip it. 1 to 1.5, skip it. All the way around. That's what I did. I just alternated where I put these in. Okay, so now you can see here, here, skip it, here. Right? Pretty easy placement on this, right? Kind of the standard placement for this, right? Good afternoon, everybody. Thanks for tuning in here, you all. I missed everybody. You don't see me much. I'm on every other Tuesday at 6:30, you guys. So if you're like, where's Miss Kathy? Well, my schedule is every other Tuesday at 6:30. So that's when you can catch me, and tonight is my Tuesday. So what we're going to do, too, is we're going to overlap. So I'm going to set this down. It's going to overlap on top of this. That's just the way that goes. So stick her right on in there. tie this baby, and I'm only going to twist these once, you all, because I don't need to twist them 3 times, because I'm going to come back in here, like we said, and add some more stuff, right? We're going to need to add some more stuff. So that's what I've got on that. And that's how you do it. You just, one overlaps the other, no biggie, right? 8 of them, 8 of these guys. All right, gonna get notifications when Unique in the Creek goes live. Whoop, whoop. You guys, how excited is that? So make sure you have your notifications on so that when this baby goes ding dong, you'll be like, uh-oh, somebody's going live on Unique in the Creek. So make sure you get your notifications turned on and stayed on so that, did I just say stayed on? I didn't, did I? You know what I'm talking about. Get them on and keep them on. How about that? And then you'll know whenever any one of the designers goes live on Unique in the Creek. Now, you need to know that, you all. You need to know that so that you can keep up with all the latest and the greatest on these styles. I did not wood burn these. These do not wood burn. These do not wood burn. So there's too much material in here. I don't know if I can bring you guys down just a little lower if I can. And so they don't wood burn, but I do use my rotary cutter. But I do wood burn everything that I possibly can. So if this were wood burnable, I would have done it. Hi there, everybody. Kathy. Kathy's a newbie. Welcome, Kathy, to the Unique in the Creek page. There's lots of good designers on here. Many, many days of the week. I don't know if we're up to 5, 6, or 7 days a week now, but we got it kind of covered. You know what I mean? So we got some nice little ruffles around here, right? That's what we're doing. And like I said, there's 8 of these, and I cut them 20 inches. You guys, you can cut them 22 inches. You can cut them 18 inches. You know, it's not really a here nor there thing. 20 is good for me. I think Laurie did them 22, or, you know, whatever. But you want them fairly long because you want these to be, you want them to be really ruffly, right? If you only did like a 10-inch one, it wouldn't be, you wouldn't have a lot of coverage. And so we need the coverage, so we're going to do them pretty long, right? And then I'm just kind of bringing these over and kind of crossing them over upon each other. That's what we're doing. Go. You don't ever hear a ding dong when a creator comes on. Well, you're going to hear maybe a ding dong now because Laurie said you're going to get notified. And usually when you get notified, something comes on, you know, you'll get a ding on your phone or your iPad or whatever you're on. At least I used to. So we might be able to clarify how that notification is going to come through, right? It might not be a ding. Maybe it'll just be something on the Facebook page or whatever. But I'm thinking if the notification's on, a lot of people get dings. I know I used to. So, all right. Let's get these going here. Oopsie, look at me. Look at me go. I pulled on it and look what I did. I pulled on it too tight. There we go. Get back in there. He's trying to escape, right? All right, just a couple more of these. And then we're going to get into some fun stuff, right? We're going to get into some fun stuff. Let me get this off here. People are typing, and I don't want people typing. What are they doing? Oh, dear. Scrunch, scrunch, scrunch. That in your hands. And sometimes it's easier before you set it in just to make sure these guys are even. And open your pipe cleaners up or your zip ties because it's so much easier to have the pipe cleaners open. You know, that's why I had these all open when I started, because then you just want to be able to set this stuff in here as opposed to, oh my goodness, they're all closed up. Not only do I have all of this in my hand, but now I got to open my pipe cleaner. So we're trying to make it just a little bit easier on ourselves, right? Okay. Okay. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to get us back up. Get us back up on here. One more to go. One more to go. Hope you guys are having a great day. We had a very hot day here in Florida. This is our summer hey dear. Oh, okay. Sorry, thought Bill was coming out of the room. This is our hot season, starting to get into our rainy season, where you get a little bit of rain every day, which you desperately need because when the temperatures go so high, you need that rain, right? Some of you all might need the rain too, where you are. And then some of you may not need the rain, right? Too much. Okay, so this is what we have so far, right? Nothing real special right now, just stuff. You guys, I got to get us back up here. I lost us, and I got to get us back up. Sorry about that. Okay, here we go. Now what I'm going to do is, this is something that I had, you guys. Now, this is like, it's a burlap type deal. You didn't get any rain today? We got some. It's burlap. It is not wired or anything like that. And honestly, you guys, I got this many years ago, and I couldn't even tell you where I got it. But I decided, and again, I've had this for years. Hey, dear. Hey, Bill. Whenever somebody dings in on you, I lose my feed.
Oh.
On my Unique in the Creek feed, I lose my picture.
I don't know how to stop my phone. What do I do?
Oh no, I'm just thinking the chat, the messenger chat. It messes me. Beverly Clark, so that messing me up.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't really
Sorry, you guys. I'm just trying to stop something here. So anyhow, I decided this is the perfect night to use this because I have never found anything I want to use it before. But look at this. Look at the colors. Look at the colors, right? They all go beautifully. So we are going to incorporate, I believe this is 10 inches long here. Yeah, this is 10 inches. And again, no clue where I got it. I'm going to do poofs over the top of this. So I'm going to drop this to the floor because that's going to be easier for me to work. And I'm just going to gather this. Now, if you guys want, if you have like another 10 inch that you want to put over this in poofs, you can absolutely do that. Right? It can be whatever kind of mesh that you want. So I'm just going to gather this up a little bit, and I'm probably going to start at the top. Now, where's my top? Right up here, because I put my my holder on it already so that I would designate the top. So I'm going to put that right here. Well, maybe, yeah, I'll do it at the top. And I'm just going to leave about an inch or so and just tie this right in there. Now, I'm going to tie this around twice because I don't want it to come out. All right, so now I'm going to make probably, let me think, about 8-inch poofs right around this entire thing, you guys. So again, this doesn't come with your kit, but I'm adding this in because I had it and I love it with the color. So I'm thinking about an 8-inch poof here. Again, there's no wire in this, so you know, it's going to kind of be just what it's going to be right there. I want it to poof up. I'm going to go all the way around. I kind of don't need to measure. I'm just going to kind of eyeball this from place to place here, from pipe cleaner to pipe cleaner, and then we'll see how this looks. But I thought I'd just give it a little added color, you know what I mean? This is a fabric, Judy. It's a fabric here. It's kind of like a burlap fabric. A burlap fabric. And I just put on the description, you guys, that it was a burlap fabric because, again, I've probably had this, I'm going to guess, for about 6 years, honestly. And I couldn't even remember where I got it from. So, but if you find something fabric-y that you want to use in your design, then go ahead and do it. Or if you just want to put another 10-inch mesh around here, like I said, put another 10-inch mesh around here, and you got it going on, right? It is pretty, isn't it? I think it's going to add a lot of color to this. I know we have some very colorful ribbons here, but I wanted to really make this pop. So I said, you know what? I'll put something extra in here. So that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, beautiful with the ribbons, right? I think so. I definitely think so. So I'm just sticking, I usually stick my hand underneath and I go like that with my hand. Thank you for parking your car, Lorraine. And it kind of just poofs the inside of these guys out. So that's when you see my hands going underneath here. And then I'm just opening these up like this so that I can get my poofs open, because that kind of gives me an idea of how they're going to look where I've placed them. Some people, when I put their mesh on, they put it all on and then they go back and they open it up. I like to open it up as I go, just so I can see kind of how everything's going to set, right? So I am untying all of my pipe cleaners down to the bone. I'm untying them right down to the bone before I put these guys in here. Alrighty. So these are probably end up being 10 inches because I'm making them pretty fluffy here, pretty wide and pretty fluffy. And we just got a couple more loops to go. And then we're going to be putting in our ribbon. And I do have some ribbon tails cut already for these. And we're going to be doing some ribbon tails and some bows. So I've got this all planned out just a little bit differently. But I think it's going to look really good when we're done. All right, so we got from here to here, and we're all done. That will be it with these. But see the color that it gives this now? We started out with the plain jute here, natural color jute. And we're just going to put a little pop to this. Okay, so that's that. Right, so that's that. Okay, so I'm going to cut this off. I'm going to cut it off and leave probably, I don't know, not more than an inch or so on here, you guys. All right. And for now, I'm just going to leave it like that, and I'm probably going to cover it up with something. We'll see afterwards, okay? So I have quite a bit of this left. I have quite a bit left. So probably enough for another wreath. All right, so that's that. Now what I've got is our beautiful ribbon. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to take these two ribbons, and I've cut them 12 inches each. And we're going to put these on, let's see, how many did I do? 8 of them. We're going to put these on every single one, okay? Now, I know that I have these two left. Right? I've got these two left, and we're going to save these for something else on this wreath, and you'll see what I'm going to do afterwards. So let's just take these guys here, and I'm going to just kind of crisscross them. Now you can put whatever one you want on top. I think I'm going to put the daisy on top. I kind of like that. I'm just going to crisscross them like in the middle so that they look like that, nothing special, and then I'm going to tack them in here. And again, I'm going to open up my pipe cleaner because I like to open up my pipe cleaner when I add my stuff. Some people don't, they just add it right on top. And then we're just going to cross these like this. All right, so we're just going to cross those nicely like that, right? All the way around. So we'll put this guy on top, and if you wanted, like I said, you can alternate, and now you can put this on top if you want. But I think I'm going to keep them all the same, all right? And I'm just kind of guessing my middle. If you're not sure of your middle, you guys just take your ribbon. Right, if you cut your ribbon and you're not a good guesser at where you are, just fold it in half, make the crease, and then there you've made your middle. So when you open it up, you can now just kind of line these middles up and cross them together, all right? Just like that. So I kind of made myself a little space in the middle where I knew I could cross these. All right, easy peasy. I know the pink and the green together is wonderful. And I'm just going to spread these out. Just kind of, now remember, we don't have any wire in here. So they you know, they can be pushed down a little bit. There we go. Okay. And around we go. So we've cut 8 of each of these. 8 of each. Because we have 8 pipe cleaners. And I think the white sign on this is really going to pop, you guys. I love that this hello sign is white. Hi from South Carolina. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Kathy from KATHY DYER Wreath, and one of the designers on the Unique in the Crete team, design team. Alrighty, there's that. Around and around and around we go. Put this guy in here. And we're going to come in with some flowers and some bows is what we're going to do. Flowers and bows on this. And I like these overlapping. I like all of my ribbons overlapping. I do have some daisies to put on here. I thought would go really, really good, of course, because there's daisies in our ribbon. Looking pretty so far, huh? Now this wreath should fit between 2 doors. So if you have a storm door and you want to put a wreath out there, this would be the kind of wreath that you would want, because it's not real deep, right? That we can fit them between the doors. Hi everybody, thanks for joining me tonight. Appreciate you all coming on in here. Again, I'm on every other Tuesday at 6:30. Okie dokie. And we got one more set here. Oops, get this in the middle. Sometimes I don't get it quite in the middle and I have to make a little bit of an adjustment. You can also adjust it once it's on your wreath. You can adjust it if you think it's off just a little bit. Okay, so there's that. Right, so that's what we have so far. Right, and you're like, well, there's no pink in there. Well, we're going to fix that right now. We're going to fix that. So what we're going to do is we're going to add these bows. I'm going to make one of these bows for you already. Yes, I'm Eastern time. Yep. We're going to add these. So we took these two ribbons and we made little bows out of them. Well, not little bows, but medium-sized bows. So let's make one of these right now and I'll show you what I did. All right, it's really easy. I just took the bow dabber, you guys, because this is such an easy bow. And I started out with this hot pink on the bottom. So there's only going to be one loop of each on this. All right, and I made, my tail was 5 inches, so I'm going to measure out 5 inches on a tail here. So that all my tails are the same, then just stick that in there. Now, I didn't put my thing between here, my wire between here, because I'm going to put a zip tie on this, right? So I don't really need the wire because this isn't thick enough really to have a wire, right? I don't need anything to hold it down a lot. And I think these here were approximately, let me tell you about how wide these are. About 3.5 inches on each side, you guys. All right, 3.5 inches for my loops here. All right, so I'm going to do a loop of the hot pink at 3.5 inches, and after a while I kind of eyeball this. I just measure off the edge of my board here. All right, and then this is going to be a 5-inch tail as well. All right, let me see me line this up and get about a 5-inch tail here. If I do a little longer, it's okay. And then I'm going to pull the tails down toward me. Okay, and that's going to be that for this. So that's our hot pink. And then we're going to grab here. Actually, I think we're going to put flex tubing on first, but we'll figure that out. And then we're going to do this here. All right, I love this. This is so fun. It's just a fun ribbon. Again, about a 5-inch tail. Just going to line that up with that. And this loop's going to come in about a 1/2 inch from that, okay? We have a moderator on here. Do we need to moderate anything? I'm just catching some of the discussion. I'm not really paying much attention, but I don't know if we need a moderator in or not. All right, so we just did about a 1/2 inch in from this. Super easy, okay? Super easy. And there it is, right? So it doesn't get any easier than that. And then we're just going to cut this tail off at 5 inches, about. There we go. And then this one's all set too. Now I did pull some flex tubing and I am going to use it because I think I want some more color to this. So since this is just a small bow, you guys, I'm just going to lift it right out of here. Right, I'm just going to lift this right out. I'm going to hold the middle. Hey Penny. And then I'm going to grab, I just have a 4-inch zip tie here. We're going to wrap it around the middle. Hey Nancy. And then we're just going to tie this up. All right, and then we're going to pull this apart. I'm going to take my tails, I'll do it towards you, pull this apart, pull them down, right? Pull those down, and we're going to cut these off because I'm going to cut the bottom one first. Right, we're going to do our dovetail, and then I want this one to be above this a little bit, so I'm going to cut this a little bit higher. I put it on there a little longer. Hey there, yep. Just a smidger up. There we go. Right? And then I'm going to have these just like the other one. And the same thing here. We're just going to get this give it a dovetail down, and then this one I'm going to cut up just a little bit so it matches this one. Up just a little more. Sometimes you have to give them a couple trims. There we go. That looks good to me. That's good. All right, so let's get rid of these. And that's how I made the bows that we're going to be using, all right? So let's cut these off, but first we're going to add some flex tubing in. We're going to add flex tubing in on every other, and flex tubing in on every other ones of these. Okay, now I pulled out, Laurie has some of this darker, I think this colored flex tubing, or very close to it in her shop, but I had some of this. So I pulled some of this because we definitely need more pink in here. So what I like to do, you guys, with my flex tubing is, when I get to this point in my design, I like to see what I'm lacking, right? What color needs to be brought out more? Well, clearly, we need to bring out more of the fuchsia, the hot pink, right? Because we have a lot of the yellow and a lot of the green in here. But I still don't want to kind of leave this guy alone, and I still don't want to leave this guy alone. So I'm going to be adding all three of these colors in every other one of these guys, all right? So this here is, it's a really bright, almost like a sunflower, and this is a jute mesh. This here is a jute mesh, or jute mesh, you know what I'm saying, you guys. A jute flex tubing. A jute flex tubing. All right, so let's get that out of there. There's our jute flex tubing. And then we've got, this is just a regular flex tubing. All right, so 2 jutes and 1 regular. And I'm just going to put these 3 guys together here. Whoops. The green is caught up upon himself. Let me get him untangled here for a second. Aren't the colors great? So I'm going to do every other, because where the bows are going to go, I'm not going to put flex tubing. All right, so I'm just going to do every other. So let me start at the top. Where's my top again? Here's my top right here. So actually, I probably want a bow at the top. So let's do here. Let's start here. And what I like to do is just leave about 1 inch there, and I like to gather these in my hands just like this, and just kind of guesstimate how big I want my loop. And I just do that for both sides. So it's like that, kind of like that. It'll be beautiful. So I'm going to totally untie this again and put these guys in here, okay? Hey, Margaret. Hi, everybody. Right? And then I think I'm going to probably give this a few twists, because I don't know if I'm going to need to untwist these for anything else. Anything else I put in here, I'm probably going to glue, all right? So then I'm just going to cut the ends of these off. And then I do the same thing for the next one. I just grab all 3 of these. Some people like to cut their lengths ahead of time. I like to keep them all in my hand and just do them like this. It just seems to save time for me, just like that. And we're going to skip one, and we're going to go to the next one. So you're only going to need 4 of these flex tubing bows around here. Okay. And we'll have to play with our ribbons afterwards, right? There's our flex tubing right there. And then we're going to skip one and go to the next one. Make our loops probably about 3 inches or so. Let me measure for you guys. Almost 4 inch loops here. So maybe a little bit bigger. I usually do about 3.5 or so, depending on the design. Okay, and then you can open these up, right? Make them all pretty so everybody can, all the colors can be seen. And we'll skip this one and go on to this one, alrighty? There we are. I'm going to bring all these beautiful summer colors out, which I just love, all these bright colors. Don't you guys, for summer? I love bright colors for summer. Stick these right in on top of here once I've undone my pipe cleaner. And then I like to tie them in really good when I'm done, you guys. I like to really crank on that pipe cleaner to tie these guys in here really, really well. And then I leave about 1 inch when I'm cutting it. So that's all for this for right now, all right? That's going to be it for right now. And that's what we have so far, okay? So that's what we have so far. So we've got our flex tubing that we added in here. All right, now we're coming in with our bows that we made, remember? So we made these bows, and where the flex tubing is not, that's where these guys are going to go. So we're just going to take and open up our pipe cleaners once again, set this guy in here, and give him a nice twist. And then when we come back, we can run around and open all these guys up so that they look really, really pretty, right? You know, we're going to end up having to open these guys up afterwards and fixing all of our tails and everything. So, all right. And then I'll show you what we're going to do with these pipe cleaners afterwards, okay? Around and around and around we go. So we've got here, and then we're going to do here. Remember, every other, because where we put the flex tubing, we're not going to put a bow. Tie it in. I'm going to twist it 3 or 4 times because I won't be opening that one up anymore. And then we can open up all of our beautiful ribbons here so we can see them, and our tails, and just kind of spread all these ribbon tails out beautifully, which I'm going to come back around and spread all these guys out afterwards. All right, two more to put in. 2 more to put in. So let's cut this off here and put this here. So see how much color we're adding with all this? Aren't they super cute, Lynn? Just really easy. It doesn't take much, you guys, to add a little bit of pizzazz to your wreaths. It's 100 degrees. It felt like 100 here, honestly, Shirley, it did. The humidity here in Florida, you guys, is pretty good right now. It's really hot out. Oh, we got to give these guys a dovetail. Yes, we do. They got left off, didn't they? Yeah, it's pretty hot. But we did go swimming today, which is good. This one's a little longer, so we're going to give this guy a bigger haircut because he's a little bit longer. Maybe that'll do him. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Getting this guy up. Alrighty, so that's that. That and that. So good. Alrighty, so there's this one. I like to have these kind of guys out, and these guys up, and these guys down. Alright, one more lonely bow sitting over here, and we're going to use them. And let's see. Looks like he's got his tails going in 100 different directions here. Better get his tails where they're supposed to be, huh? I do have my own pool, and I am in it every day, Judy. I am in the pool every single day. Yep. Okay, so we got these going. Alrighty, so this guy didn't get done either, so we're going to dovetail these. I'm always afraid I'm going to clip my hand. I've done that before. I've clipped my hand, you guys. I've kind of taken a chunk out of my finger doing this one time. It hurt. Alrighty, so there's that. Now, so I'm going to take these guys and I'm going to twist them. Now, these are the ones with the bows because we're going to add stuff to these in here. We're going to add some of these. We're going to add some of these, and I'm trying to think if I want it in here or in here. And I think it's going to be right on top of all of the bows. So we're going to twist these off 3 or 4 times. We're going to cut them off to leave about maybe an inch here. And then what I do is I take my little pliers and then I just twirl these right down into my bow. Twirl it right down into the wreath, all right? And we're going to do that pretty much on all of these because we're kind of done putting stuff on top of here, with the exception of our florals, and those will be glued in, all right? So once you're done with these, we don't want to be able to see them. Just cut them off. Just like that. Let me bring in so you can see what I'm doing just a little bit more. And then I'm just going to take these and I'm going to wind it right down into the bow. And the same is going to go right here. So we've twisted them 3 or 4 times. We're going to cut them off. And then we're going to twist them right down into our flex tubing. All right, and that kind of hides those. All right, we're going to put some more on top of that, though. We're probably going to be using some of these little glitter balls that I have here, my scattered glitter balls. So we've got this all prepped for our sign now, right? So we got to get our attachments on our sign, our cable mounts, and then we'll get that right on here and we'll be good to go. All right, this is our last one that we're doing. Just twist it, cut that off, and tie this right down in here. Alrighty, there we go. So we got all these guys done. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to decide whether I'm going to be using, get you guys back on here, right? So we're going to be using these, and I have to decide if I'm going to put them on top of here or on top of here. I love them on top of here. Let's see if we want it on top of everything. We might just be putting these all the way around, I think, because they look so pretty, and I think they brighten everything up. What am I using to twist? I'm using these are Speed Walk, needle nose pliers. That's what I'm using. All right, so now we're going to take and put these flowers on every one of our things here, and that will really brighten all of this up for us. So now's when you want to get your glue gun out, and I'm just going to take the back of these and glue them in here. Okay, glue them right on top. Now, before you glue, you're going to want to make sure that you have things where you want them on here so that you don't have to move it after you get it glued on in there, right? Get all these guys ready. Flip them around. We can open these up anytime, right? Get these guys going where I want them, because we're going to put one of these in there as well. Yeah, I think I'm going to put it all the way around because I just think it gives it a nice pop, right? Now we could have added some white flex tubing as well, which would work really good in here. However, I think the white on the daisies is really going to be all we're going to need for this. I think the white on the daisies, and this is just a great big hunk of daisies that I have, you guys. You can pretty much go anywhere and grab some daisies. And I'm just going to grab 8 of them. They pull right off here, and I'm just going to grab them. Try to grab the big ones if I can. They come in a couple different sizes on this. And then we're just going to go around and glue them. Okay. And I get these where I want them before I glue down. Looks pretty good to me. So down we go. I think you'll agree when this is done that it's super colorful, super pretty. The daisies make it pop, don't they? I think they do. And I like that you have, you know, some bows, and I like that you have just the ribbon tails. We have a little bit of everything in here. And then we'll put the sign on. How about that? Last but not least, the sign, which is really going to kick this whole thing right up, right? This is so colorful. Love this. Now, this is kit number 120. When I looked today, she had some in stock, you guys. So if you like what you see here and you want to make this kit yourself, go ahead and grab that. And there's probably not many left because I think she's had this kit out for a little bit. So that means that stock is probably fairly low. So go in there and grab it before you lose out, right? We don't want to lose out on anything. Okay, one more. And make sure you go shopping for some more kits too. She's getting all kinds of kits in, and the kits are so easy. You gotta love them. You gotta love the kits, you all. Alrighty, so there's that. So I think we have everything pretty good. Okay, so here it is. There's what we have so far. Isn't that pretty? So now this is going to get our hello sign. We're going to get this ready to go. Okay, so let me get the top of my thing, which is right here. This is the top right here. So with that in mind, I'm going to try to judge how I want it. Do I want it to sit straight? Do I want it to sit like this, like this? I think I'm going to have it sit, I love things on an angle. You could also put this up here, then if you wanted to put a great big bow on the bottom, if you wanted to. Hi there. But I'm going to have it sitting, I love the angle because, oh, maybe, I don't know, Laurie did hers at an angle. Maybe I'll just do mine straight across to be different, right? She put hers on an angle and I might go straight across. So why don't we try that? Why don't we try that? So we're going to do here, and probably, I'm trying to think of where the best place is for this. Maybe even here and here, thinking. Let me get something to mark it with. Let's see, let me move. Uh-oh. Oh, I got one with no, how many times you guys pick up a pencil and the lead isn't there? So let me just mark a little here. All right, so I know what I'm doing. And then here, and that's straight, well, I kind of like it at the angle, but I'll do it straight across. And then like here. All right, so let's put our thingies on. I said thingies. You guys know what I'm talking about. Let's put our cable mounts on. How about that? Alrighty, so if in your kit you got 2 cable mounts, remember? We got 2 cable mounts right here that we're going to put on. And I am going to put an extra dab of glue because we have to. Boy, these are really sticky though. Woo, pretty sticky. Alrighty, and I'm going to take a piece of paper towel and put under this, you guys, because my super glue, I don't want it all over my mat, and it will be just a mess if I get it all over my mat, so I don't want to do that, okay? So I've got some Gorilla Glue here. We are going to bring you guys in, just like that. I like to hold these right in here, and then put some glue. Whoop, 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 whoop. Comes out fast. Okay. All right, there's that one. And then we'll do a little one over here. Be careful because this stuff comes out like a bullet. Alrighty, we'll get that guy right there. I probably don't even have him straight, but I can adjust that. Alright, so there's that. And then let these sit for just a second. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to decide if we want to have a few florals in here. So I did bring out, I brought these little yellow flowers here, you guys. Thinking that maybe I might want to put a few little yellow flowers in there. So let's see what we think. Where's my top again? There's my top right there. That's my top. Yeah, let's see if I want to put some of these in there. I might. They're yellow. Almost need white flowers. No, I think these are okay. I don't really see a place where we need to put these. Really? Let's see. Unless I stick them in toward the inside here. I'm just playing until the glue dries. That's all I'm doing, you all. No, we're going to leave them out. I don't think so. I'm going to leave them out. All right, let's give it a shot. Let's see if we can get this to work without my things falling apart. Now, normally I would say let these sit for, 5-10 minutes, but since we're going to try to get these done on the live, we're going to put them right in now so you can see what's going on. Put your pipe cleaner through it. All right, now find the top of my board again, which is right here's the top of my board. And now I can adjust this hello whatever way I want. So this would be, and then this would be. All right. So I'm going to put my pipe cleaners in here somewhere. And I'm probably going to put them right through my mesh, you guys. Right through the mesh, I think. There's one. Kind of, sort of. There we go. There's one. So we got one in. Now we got to get the other one in over here. Okay, there's one. And we can adjust our ribbon the way we want to afterwards. So I'm going to just put this here. This is the ring board. Yep, it's the ring board. I'm going to put that there for now, you guys, just to keep it there. And then we're going to fix all of our stuff underneath it in a second, all right? So we're going around all this stuff here, getting one of our holes on the board. I see the hole. We got to just get it in there. All right. We're going to lift up some of this mesh. All right, we got it. We got it. Okay, so that one's down. Now, we have to make sure that this is going to be even. Yep, it is. That's going to be pretty much even right there. So I'm going to crank this down just a little bit here. Unique in the creek, yep. Let me crank this one down a little bit. And then we can adjust things a little bit because we kind of have our hello, right? So here's our hello. We kind of have things crushed over here. So we're going to, you know, make that look good. Put that little bow right, that little flower right out there. Just like that. All right, and this guy, how's he doing? He looks pretty good, actually. Looking pretty good. And we can put this under if we want. Put that underneath. That one's underneath. You can either put this, tuck this stuff under. You can have it hanging out over. Whatever you want to do. Whatever you guys want to do, right? Look how pretty that is. Right? Isn't that great? I love that. For the summer, so pretty. Right? And so easy to do, right? You guys, this all came in a kit with the exception of this. And I did add my own flex tubing, but you can do this all up lovely with just the ribbons and the mesh that we've got here, okay? So jump on over here and grab yourself one of these kits, number 120, whatever's left. I'm sure there's not many left, but it's so summery, so summery. I love this. Now, this is off a little bit, so I'm going to eventually probably move this a little bit. I think it's not quite centered, but I'll be playing with that afterwards to make sure that everything is really centered and all the florals are really pretty on this, right? Because I have to make sure everything is just about good. So when I take my photo, you'll see that everything I'll have lined up perfectly and everything will look just beautiful. All right, you guys, thank you so much for joining me tonight with this kit. And I'll see you in a couple of weeks. Are we still on for Friday? Yes, we are still on for Friday. Yep, I'll text you, Jackie. Yep, absolutely. All right, guys, have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you in a couple weeks. Thanks for joining me. Good night, everybody.